Thank you for joining us. Welcome to LumioStation.
What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Shino. We're gonna go back in here like about no. What's poppin' though? Welcome back to some PokéTV. What's going on, LumioStation? Go ahead and smash that like button if you're enjoying this series. Basically today we're gonna be reviewing season 6 of Pokemon. This is when Pokemon Advance started taking place. This is when Hoenn was introduced. This is when brand new Pokemon was just being seen. You know, they had this old nostalgia feel mixed with this new reanimated style. It was just like, yo, it was just so intense. So right now, I want you guys to go ahead and smash that like button for 500 likes. You know, that is our like goal, 500 likes. Go ahead and smash that for the 3rd gen. Like, this fact that Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire coming out and I'm reviewing this is also going to make it even more hype, because the fact of me knowing that they're gonna be new Mega Pokemon plus like reminiscing on the old style is just gonna make my tempo go over 9,000, bruh. I don't even know what to tell y'all. So if you're super hyped about this review, go ahead and smash that like button. You know, by liking this video, you're helping support the series, and that actually makes my day. That makes everyone's day. You know, you guys are powerful people. I love it. I love it. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into today's video, and let's get it rocking, dude. Alright, so straight off the bat, season 6 was like the brand new introduction of new Pokemon with like nostalgia feels. So today I'm going to talk about, you know, I'm going to give you guys how I felt about the animations, aka the graphics, or how I felt the style was. I'm going to give you guys a feel on the music. I'm going to give you guys a feel on character development, the fact that they introduced new Pokemon, a little bit about the story, and a few scenes and stuff that I did portray, and some things I think Ash really did a good job with. You know, basically give you my lows and highs basically about this anime, let you guys know what I really feel about it. So without further ado, let's really break this down step by step. Alright, so basically this was the introduction of a lot of different things. You know, this was right after Ash had took down the Pokemon League. Ash was not really took down the Pokemon League, but after he was done with the Johto League. You know, after he was basically continuing his journey, basically the progress. This was a more stable Ash, more developed Ash, because it wasn't like Ash was going out on task anymore for Professor Oak. Ash was just wanted to go to these different regions because he wanted to. He wanted to see a lot of new Pokemon. He wanted to implement like his journey, his previous journeys with his newer journeys. One thing I did like about Ash was every time he started a new journey, he always did like deposit all his Pokemon back. So when Ash was going into Hoenn, he was going in with just completely Pikachu. But with that being said, Pikachu is like his top contender Pokemon. Like, Pikachu is really powerful. Like, I don't understand, like, this Pikachu has went up against so many Pokemon, but every time it gets to like the beginning of a region, it always has like this electrical failure, and it always fucks something up. But that electrical failure also ties in with a companion meetup. Now, this is one of his newer traveling companions that he's going to be having in the Hoenn region, which is none other than May. The way they implemented May and Ash was kind of like a Misty setup, because Ash burned May's bike just like he burned Misty's bike, and you know, May was like, yo, you're gonna pay me for my bike, etc, and it just added an old nostalgia plus like a new twist to it. So it was like, yo, I like this, I like what y'all going with this. Plus they added Brock. You know, Brock always come back and up in that thing. Brock was back. Then they added May's little brother Max, which was completely unique, because the fact that he was like a little kid, you know, and with all these trainers who have Pokemon, you know, he can't even have a Pokemon, and he's like going all out trying to keep up with them. He's supplying information. That was showing that Max was going to develop into a greater Pokemon trainer. Now, I wanted to see Max, you know, turn to 10 years old somewhere during that anime line in Pokemon Hoenn while traveling with Ash, and you can actually see Max get a Pokemon, but he didn't really get a Pokemon until like after. I think they probably added something if they was to make like a Chronicles for Hoenn, but I don't think he had any Pokemon like during the time, but like later on he probably did. But as far as him traveling with Ash, he didn't get a Pokemon. But I loved it. I loved the character development between that little group, because it was like brother and sister with two close friends that have been together for like a long time, because Brock traveled with Ash through Kanto and Johto. Now he's here in Hoenn. Plus we have brother and sister who's been together pretty much their whole lives traveling with these two. Now it's just like everybody has like real good bonds, and now they're establishing bonds, because it was like basically May was like a younger Misty, Max was like a younger Brock, because Max was always hard up into information. So I love that character development right there. I love that character like style, like how they added that flavor. Now, coming in with the new Pokemon. Like, oh my god, this was the introduction of Team Magma and Team Aqua. I was just like super hyped. Like, Team Magma, oh my god, you cannot tell me in anime Team Magma didn't look boss. You know, they had jetpacks and shit, they was flying around, and I was just like, this is a Pokemon anime, what is going on? And you know, the fact that Groudon and Kyogre was actually battling out, and then you got to see like this little primal looking Pikachu. You know, Pikachu was like enraged. Pikachu was really, you know, trying to fight against Groudon and Kyogre, and I was just like, but you know, later on sided with Groudon because something was going on with Team Aqua and they were in the wrong trying to expand the land. It was like a lot of powerful stuff going on. You know, the plots was well edited, the details was powerful. You know, the fact that they was adding like better graphics to it. Even the fact that we got new Pokemon like Trico, Torchic, Mudkip. Like Brock had Mudkip, that was dope as shit. Ash had Trico and May had Torchic. It was like it wasn't like Ash's normal setup where you usually have all three of the starter Pokemon. It was like each one of his Pokemon companions that were with him that was capable of actually having a Pokemon had one of the starter Pokemon. So they all, you know, use those Pokemon simultaneously. Now Brock's didn't fully evolve, but Ash and May's actually fully evolved, and they had like this intense ass battle. You know, Blaziken versus Sceptile, which was intense. Like, you cannot tell me the cinematics did not go up. I felt as though this anime was like really well portrayed. They wanted to push something out. You know, this was the introduction of new gyms. This was the introduction of new areas. You know, you got to see like better plots. It was with the same casual Team Rocket tagging along, but it wasn't even like Team Rocket was a threat. Like, the bigger threats that were in this series were Team Aqua, Team Magma. These guys was trying to, you know, flood with lava or flood with water. They was trying to, you know, take something out. They was actually trying to, yo, it's for the better good. You know, I might kill a few people in the process, but expanding the land or expanding the sea is our main objective. That's the best way to portray things. That's the best way to save the world. Like, yo, I cannot tell you guys enough. This has been hands down one of my best seasons. Now, this is the part where I ask you guys a question. You know, question of the day: who is your favorite Hoenn gym leader? Like, I cannot lie to you guys, Flannery is bae. Flannery, the introduction of Flannery was like, yo, because she was like a younger gym leader being trained by her grandfather, and it was really cool. You know, the fact that they implemented a lot of different things from the actual anime into the video games, which made it pretty cool, because, you know, May's dad was a gym leader, aka Norman. He was the guy that Ash faced first up, but Ash didn't have enough Pokemon to actually compete against him, so Ash came back when he had more Pokemon. And this man had a freaking Vigoroth, Slack-Offs. He just, I said Slack-Offs, a Slacking, and like buku other pokes, and this man was like really good. Like, this was probably the strongest normal type gym leader ever introduced in all history. Like, that's alongside Whitney, of course. Whitney is pretty good. She is a notable mention. I'm not gonna say, you know, she's poor or anything, but the fact that, you know, the girl you're traveling with dad is a gym leader, that's almost like Misty with her sisters being gym leaders, right? It's kind of like the same thing. You know, it has like a relatives in somewhere in the gym lines, but it seems like most of Ash's companions are usually gym leader oriented. Like, there's a lot of people that Ash travel with that actually are gym leaders. You know, later on Ash actually battled them and beat them up and persuade them somehow to come with him on his journey and take on the rest of the series. Music, I love the music. I love it. Like, you cannot tell me you didn't like Mount Pyre's theme. I would say Pyre's, but it's like prayer or something. I love that theme. I love fighting against Kyogre and Groudon alongside watching the actual anime, because the way they drew each and every one of these Pokemon out was amazing. Because it was like, you know, Groudon and Kyogre would be fighting, but it'll be raining and sunny at the same time. And this was actually on the anime, so I was just like looking at my game, and I was just like, dude, you cannot tell me this wasn't love, this wasn't life. That hands down has to be one of the most interesting, most like beautiful things. The fact that they implemented weather into like the legendary process was tremendous. That played a big role in the meta game as well, because oh my god, look at the games now. You know, there's like a lot of things coming out. A lot of Pokemon like were introduced, like Sharpedo, camera up. Like, all these Pokemon are now getting Mega Evolutions. Back then, when I was first seeing these Pokemon, I loved those Pokemon. Like, I was addicted to Corphish. Like, Corphish, I had to have a Corphish on my team. I didn't even want it to evolve just to a Crawdad. The fact that Corphish was so badass in anime, basically going around through the sand, wrecking House on Ashen and friends, etc., it was just like, yo, I need this Pokemon in my life. Like, you guys can't tell me this has not been one of your favorite seasons of Pokemon. You know, you got to see a lot of different things. This season actually goes Pokemon Hoenn, pretty much Advanced Battle, goes pretty far. It goes all the way up into like the Battle Frontier, I think. That is actually like, I think that's season 8 or season 9. But it goes pretty far. You know, it's really in depth. Like, you got to see Ash take on the Battle Frontier. That's when the Battle Frontier was first being implemented. Like, the Battle Frontier was new. You got to see like Frontier brands with legendary Pokemon like Articuno. You got to see like combinations of double battles with Swampert and Blaziken. You got to see all type of stuff. Like, you can't not tell me like like, oh my god, dude, you can't tell me it wasn't gorgeous. Like, Ash had a girlfriend, well, almost a girlfriend, but he couldn't tell what she was thinking because he was in his feelings like a dumbo. And I'm just like, dude, she wants you to be with her. What are you doing? Like, they added romance between Ash and a Frontier brain, which was really, really powerful. Like, I did not see that coming. We did see Brock fall in love with Lucy. That's pretty much a given. You know, Brock fall in love with everybody. So pretty much this is where I'm ending off this anime review. It's pretty much, I gave it an 8 out of 10 because, you know, it had great details, it had great development. I felt as though, you know, they tried to copy and paste a few things from Kanto, but they implemented it well enough so it could fit in. You know, it wasn't oversaturated and it wasn't undersaturated. I give it an 8 out of 10, you know, so it could be like in between. So they gave it a pretty unique style, and I love the flair that they gave to this anime, which was tremendous. It was very, very powerful. Let me know your thoughts about this anime in the comment section below. Today's question of the day, I said it earlier in the video. I think it was, who is your favorite Hoenn gym leader of all time? Mine is Flannery. Flannery's Bay. I said that. Flannery's Bay. That is what it is. I mean, if you like Flannery, let me know. Let me know, because Flannery's Bay though. But with that being said, I want you guys to go and smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, because you know what? All the conductors got some fire stuff. Be sure to check out the community submissions, which have just opened up. These are basically where you can submit content, basically showing off your Wi-Fi battling skills on every Friday. You know, there's 2 new conductors for that, so go ahead and check that out. That's one thing you guys should check out if you're interested in. But without further ado, I'm gonna get out of here. This has been ShinoWorld. Go, peace and release. Don't forget to bring your guns, because I will blow your shit up. Later, guys, and have a great day.